Hey there foodies, welcome back to my channel. Join me in the kitchen today to make some nice bhagee, potato choka and hot roti. Also, I'll be serving this up with some celery achar. If you enjoyed this video, do hit that like button. If you haven't as yet, do subscribe to my channel. So to begin today, I'm going to be doing my bhagee first. Here I have my pan, I added some oil. I'm going to go in with some freshly chopped onions, some minced garlic, fresh roti peppers, and a little bit of green seasoning. I'll just toss this around for a minute to let it fry. Then here is my spinach. I'm going to be using the frozen spinach that you guys saw me grab at Patel's. I'm using half of the bag because this is usually a 2-pound bag and it goes for me twice. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of adobo to my pan, give that a stir, and then I will go in with my spinach, break it up, and then cover it for about 10 minutes to allow the heat to further break it down for me. After about 10 minutes on the heat, this is what my bhagee is looking like. I'm going to go ahead and season this with some black pepper, salt to taste, some adobo, a little bit of sugar, and I'm going to also go in with a little pinch of ají. This is optional, but I like to add it to my food because I like the flavor that it gives. Also, I'm going to go ahead and chop up some fresh tomatoes, add that to my bhagee, and then lastly, I will go in with 1 full tin of coconut milk. I choose coconut milk over water because I feel like with the coconut milk, you get a more nice and rich taste. I'm going to go ahead and give this a good mix and cover it down to allow the bhagee and the coconut milk and all of those flavors to cook down and get nice and delicious. After about 40 minutes, this is what my bhagee is looking like. It is all done and I like it this way. If you want to have more liquid inside, you can take it down much earlier. However, this is how we like to eat it because there is a decent amount of liquid left there. I'm going to take this off the stove. Now let's start our potato choka. My potato choka, I went ahead and peeled some russet potatoes and chopped them up. I'm going to go ahead and add some salt to my water and a fresh roti pepper. I will allow this to boil until tender and then I will mash it and add my ingredients for my choka. Season my potato choka, I'm going to go ahead and add some freshly chopped onions and some shallot. Also, I'm going to go in with some black pepper, some salt to taste, a little bit of sugar, ají, jeera, and some oil to keep it nice and moist. I'm going to go ahead and give this a good mix, give it a taste, and make sure that I have everything that I want to have in this. When I tasted this, it was perfect. I did not need to adjust my ingredients because I make this very often and I know my average. You guys can make yours just as you like to have it. Now that I have both my bhagee and my potato choka done, it is time for me to make my aloo roti. You guys have seen me make aloo roti multiple times, so I'm just going to put up the measurements for my dough that I usually use. Depending on the weather, that influences the amount of liquid that I will use. Today I did increase it to 1.5 cup of warm water because it's a little bit hot and my dough dries out for some reason. I don't know why. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and shortcut my roti today. Usually I would do individual loaves, but I tried this the other day to see if it would work for me, and it absolutely did. So I will not be doing individual loaves anymore. I'm just going to take my entire roti dough, spread it out, roll it out like I'm doing here, do one set of oiling, one set of rolling, and one set of sprinkling of flour, and within 5 minutes I have all of my roti loaves rolled out. Kid you not, this method is actually much easier. I've seen a few people do this and I was like, but how does the roti work? Does it come out the same way? Hands down, it comes out even better in my experience. I'm going to go ahead and spread everything out nice and equal. Add my oil, add my flour, roll this up, divide it into how many pieces I'd like to have for today, and then I will proceed to roll them out individually and start cooking up my roti. I've started cooking my oil roti. I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys quickly, for those that have never seen before, how I go ahead and do mine. This doesn't take very long for me. Within 3 minutes, I have a cooked oil roti. I'm going to go ahead and give it a flip, add some oil, flip it again, oil that side, and then flip it back one more time to make sure both sides are equally cooked. And then I will add it to my container for shaking. That's right. I do not clap roti because it burns my hands. The flour and the oil sticks to my hand and it burns and it gets blistered. So I will never be clapping roti in my kitchen. I would either shake it in a mug, put it in a towel, or shake it in a very long container. As today we're going to be using a container because I can't find my mug. However, any container will work as long as it's spacious to shake. Roti's done, and this is the container I was talking about earlier. I'm just gonna put my lid on, give this a very vigorous shake to make sure that I break up the roti and release those layers. This takes about 10 seconds for me because I'm accustomed to doing this. Here I have a few more that I've already finished. I'm going to go ahead and just pour it out into my bowl, and you will see how nice and soft and flaky this roti is. As you guys can see, whether you clap it or you shake it in a container, it comes out almost the same. If you ask me, this method is much easier. This is what my finished bhagee and potato choka is looking like, and I always like to eat this with a little bit of sauri achar. I'm going to go ahead and add my roti to the plate, and you guys will see the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't as yet, do subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!